Gmoners, if your appointment reminders looks like this, please watch this video for the love of God, because in this video I'm gonna share with you something that's gonna drastically increase the sharp rate, and this is pretty a bit big right here. Let's lower this one down. I'm gonna share with you 11 ways to get more sharps and a bonus tip at the end, so definitely stick to the end. That's my retention strategy right here. Anyway, if you don't know me by now, Gabriel, I help Gmoners to scale to 7 figures and above, blah 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 blah. Not gonna pitch you in this video, but I'm gonna help you out so you can in the end love me forever and then buy from me and we can make a bunch of money together. Anyway, now I want to share with you a few tips before sharing with you templates and all the things that we implemented in our text sequences, and we saw an incredible increase in sharp rate just by modifying those few things. Because let's face it, guys, who wants to come to an appointment that looks like this? You know, it's not going to look fun and anything. And so I'm going to show you how you can modify your text sequences, which really takes like 50, maybe an hour or so. And once you did that, you're good forever and you're going to see an increase in sharp rate forever. I'm going to show you how you can do that in 11 plus a little bonus tip that is really great. I'm going to show you at the end. Now, first tip, make sure you are understanding that you're not borrowing them. This is more a mindset, but really guys, you're not borrowing them. Like, the more you're going to actually implement those tips that I'm going to share with you today, is going to be way less, well, bothering than what you are potentially doing right now. So let's just go into this and go dive deeper into that. So, number 2, you're not a robot, my friend. You're not a robot, and that's why those texts that way don't really work. If you want to use some of those texts like that, make sure they know this is automated. For example, you can say automated reminder or whatever, and then, but if you have a whole sequence with solely that, you're lost. Because then you look like, okay, like, am I coming to a bunch of robots or whatever? No, you want people to be realizing they're going to be coming to a great, welcoming environment, and I'm going to show you how you go and be communicating that through those texts. The key here is that engagement with the person that's booked the appointment is key. The more you have that, the higher the sharp rate. I'll give you a really simple example. Let's say you have somebody that just clicked a link, booked, and they just received a few text reminders. That's it, never heard from them. You're gonna basically, the first time you're gonna be talking to them is when they're gonna be in front of you. Second case scenario, you've got somebody else, you talk with them via text, potentially handle a few objections, a few concerns they may have before coming in. You had them on the phone too, they had a chat with you, they asked you a few questions, and then they booked an appointment. Which of those two is more likely to show up? The second one, of course, because you have more engagement with the person, alright? And that's what we're going to be aiming to replicate in this text sequences, and how to make it easy for you to manage and increase the results after that. Now, also, instead of sending a big, like, giant blob of text, guys, what is better to do, like, because most people, the way they communicate with people, it's not like, okay, send. It's not like this. Honestly, when you're communicating with a friend, it's like, send, send, send. Oh, by the way, we're on pizza. I'm really angry right now. Want one? Like something like that, you know. It's not like a big block of text. So prioritize 1 or 2 liners, potentially 3 max, you know. But texts like this, when you're sending them, it looks way more human. What we're trying to do here is look more human, so increase engagement, so people show up more. Then also use images, like whatever. Like, this is a picture of me. I look like a 12-year-old right now. But I mean, anyway. In this instance, use pictures, use selfies to kind of show up, hey, I'm a real human. For example, you can say, hey, this is Coach Greg or whatever. Looking forward to seeing you. I just set aside a t-shirt for you. I just want to let you know what size do you wear, so I can set one aside for you. That's going to be a little template I'm going to show you after that. How you can be using text and actually what can you say. But use images, use videos, also really, really important. Send selfie videos too, shows you're human. That's incredible. Use emojis too, my friend. Emojis are cool. Now, if you get a plain text like this, and you get a text full of emojis, you're going to be more likely to respond to the text with the emojis because it looks more human. So, use emojis. So those were like kind of the, before we get into the templates and the juicy stuff, things, but learn that those are principles that you're going to be applying over every single one of those. Now, I'm not going to share with you, for most of them, exact templates, because if everybody copies them, they're not going to work. That's the nature of marketing, sorry lads, but I'm going to give you the principles so that you can use your brain and get those results for yourself. So in this instance, we've got the ethical bride. In this instance, it's really simple. Hey name, getting ready for our appointment tomorrow at, and that's a great place to actually send a selfie video, like a selfie image, sorry, in this instance, and getting ready for our appointment tomorrow at. This time, I wanted to send you, and here you can send, for example, a resource, like if you got a cookbook, an ebook, or whatever it is that you do. Or, hey, I want to set aside a t-shirt size for you, or like whatever it is that you can, like a little thing that you can say, oh, it actually made something for me in advance. I'm going to give that favor back by actually showing up. That's what you want to create in this instance. Now, this is one example that you can use in your text, and you can sprinkle that in your sequence. Second one, you see how I'm using emojis right here and making it way more, looking real. That's way better than just like appointment reminders. You can send those, by the way, but just like say, hey, auto confirmation reminder, your appointment is at, so they can clearly see the difference between a text sent by a robot and a text sent by you. At least it looks that it was sent by a human. Clearly separate those. That's going to increase the engagement rate. Now, in that instance, you can say something like in Gabriel text. In here, it's just, hey, reply C to confirm your appointment if you're going to be here on time, or let me know if anything comes up, something like that, just to know if, well, they are going to be here or not. And basically, if they type yes, I'm going to confirm, it's like, okay, they engage more, and they are also committing to the fact they're going to be coming. So that's also a great addition to that. And also we have the star. That's a good one, but please guys don't overuse it. It's kind of can be overused. Sorry for that, but I mean it can be overused. So in this instance, what you want to do is you can by design do a spelling mistake. Here, as you can see, just image the link for joining me on Zoom. That's one of the text reminders we use for getting people on calls. If you book a call with us, you're going to get something like that, likely. And let's say somebody, hey, yes, speak spec shortly, and after that I really send a text the second after that, speak, corrected it. Like, what robots does that? No one does that. Like, no robots does that, but humans do that too. So that's really how, oh, it's actually been sent by a real human, let me respond kind of situation, which is going to increase your engagement, which is going to increase the sharp rate. Then I also have another last tip, as I share with you guys. Those are the 11s. I went quickly through those, but I want to share with you another cool tip that is really great, that's going to increase the sharp rate, especially for you guys that have locations, and people oftentimes, they don't know where they're going to be coming in. It's a new place and don't really know where your gym is, especially if you have a location that is a bit like, out there. So in this instance, I typed a gym near me in France, my friend. Let me go on that side so you can see it. But what I did is I typed gym near me, for example, and I'm going to show you what I would be doing for this one. In this instance, what you would be doing is you go on there, you go on Google Maps, you click on the business, and then you just click on them, and this is going to pop up. And then what you're going to be doing is, the first time, at least one of the few text reminders you have, you're going to screenshot that part out, this part right here, with the maps and little pop-up right here, showing the business, with your address and everything. That way, what's going to happen is that when you send that, first and foremost, I can see where it is. Oh, it's near the Centre Aquatique de la Gardiole. Oh, it's near the Sparkles Club, whatever. They see, oh, it's near the La Langue de Seine. I'm in France, by the way, so that's why. It's near this road or whatever, and they see where it's located. Then it's like, okay, cool. It's not an excuse for them to say, oh, no, I'm not going to come. Cool part about this, though, is also here they see the reviews, great reviews in this instance, so that it's like, okay, cool, they have reviews, that reassures me because I just got this gym from now or whatever. And then what you're going to be doing is you copy this link right here, so you send that as a picture. In addition to that, you can send this link here, because when they're going to click on this link on their phone, it's going to simply show up that. It's going to pop up, we're here, with the address, how everything is looking, and then they can just have everything on Google Map. It's preloaded. You can just say, okay, my address is going to likely auto-update with their address, because the phone does that. So it's going to be like, okay, cool, like you're here, this is where you're going to need to be going, and then they're going to be like, okay, on their way. It's really easy that way. You just don't send them the address. The goal is also to limit the friction right here. So I hope that you found this valuable. If you did, give me a sub. I would appreciate having somebody else on the channel. And by the way, if you want me to pitch you and tell you how we can get you members on a complete pay on result basis, and a lot of them, well, there is a link in the description. Click it or not, I don't really care. If you like this video, just give it a like. That's going to be good enough for me. A sub, that's cool. Just a sub. Yeah, I would appreciate that. See you in the next one. Bye bye.